1,800 newly trained Afghan soldiers passing out, ready to be sent to the front line. There's an increasingly visible antagonism between Afghans and foreign forces. There's pressure to get 195,000 Afghan soldiers through NATO-supervised basic training before the end of this year. So far, around 180,000 soldiers have been deployed. None of them have been screened for radical political and religious views.
If you had foreigners in your country for 10 years, you would start to feel a certain amount of resentment. Yet here, working closely shoulder to shoulder with the ANA, we don't sense that. But out in the general Afghan population, you can feel it. It's a natural reaction.
These soldiers, practicing with blank bullets, are in the 6th week of an 8-week training program. A soldier in a Western army gets on average 12 weeks training. Away from our camera, a group of soldiers told Al Jazeera of their hatred for foreign, especially American troops. They cited the Quran burning at Bagram. Their views are consistent with a classified NATO survey of troops detailed in US newspapers in January that highlighted the contempt each side holds for the other, never mind the Taliban. That was before copies of the Quran were burned. Since then, Afghan personnel working with foreign forces have killed 6 US service personnel. According to the Pentagon, 75% of what are called green-on-blue killings have taken place in the last 2 years.
I'm sure the enemy is making a final push. It's possible it has infiltrators inside the army who are working to try and change the attitude the international community has towards the Afghan army.
Live fire exercises come near the end of basic training. Each soldier gets 20 bullets to fire from an American M16 rifle. The Afghan army doesn't assess the psychological suitability of its new recruits, so only the officers and commanders can keep an eye on the stability of their newly armed soldiers. But off the record, one Afghan commander told Al Jazeera he's now worried about Taliban infiltration into senior ranks. He's planning background checks on all the officers under his command. This is an army where most of the soldiers are here only for the paycheck at the end of the month. Loyalty to country and government comes a distant second. Bernard Smith, Al Jazeera, Kabul.